So I felt like this episode was mostly about, how the Quincy's pretty much the start of the invasion against this whole society. But before we get into that, there was about I don't know, there were some things I do want to bring up that stuck out to me while I was watching this episode. So the first one being was that we now know the kind of the reason why the Soul Reapers and the Quincy's are on bad terms. So pretty much what it boils down to was um, the the difference in beliefs. The Soul Reapers believed in natural order and all that, and while the Quincy's did not. So the Quincy's tried to always disrupt the natural order because they believed in that. So that kind of forced the Soul Reaper's hands to pretty much eliminate the Quincy's, and that's why they hate each other so much. The second one was that happened to Irio. So we switch over to him in his father's office, and he's trying to find some information about who His Majesty is, the leaders of the Quincy's, and he ends up finding a book in his dad's office, and it turns out to be a book left behind by his master. I believe his master was his grandfather, but he left the book saying pretty much, the truths that, the Soul Reaper are right, that we did deserve to kind of be extinguished like we did. And as soon as Irio Ushida kind of finishes reading that, Urio's dad shows up, and obviously it makes me believe that since it was in his office for so long, he probably knows the truth, and he just decided to pretty much keep the truth to himself and never tell Ushida until, pretty much this time came. So it feels like he knew what was going to happen after he read what his, father left behind for him to read. So yeah, that's the second. The third thing was closer to the actual invasion. So while the 12th seed and the head captain were, talking, the 12th captain does reveal to us that, you could have ended this like 1,000 years ago. You could have, but you didn't want to kill that man. So it makes me kind of believe that they were either on the same side 1,000 years ago, or he was always the magic, like he was the first Quincy, like he was the original Quincy there, like when Yamamoto was just a foot soldier. I feel like in that time, that's when he was already the king of the Quincy's, and that's why they fought. And Yamamoto pretty much seems like he missed the chance to kill that man for some reason. Hopefully we find out why and more about the past. It sounds kind of interesting, but overall, very good episode. I liked how they drew the fights and everything. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on things. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.